Alrighty then, guess who is back? This is my fourth short story. The story goes I wrote one months ago about my ringing nail when I hit my 500,000th kill. I wanted to do something special, and I wrote a short story about the ringing nail from the high perspective. I expected five people to watch it, five, and over 100 watched it within the first few weeks, so I wrote a second one. That was about the Wheel of a Thousand raid, and then I did another one about a Arc Strider taking out a camp of Hive. And altogether, my three first short stories have around 700 views, so I felt obligated to do a fourth one. This one is called Taken, and it's about a Elexni captain that was killed and was taken. He doesn't know how or why, but he was. Usually my stories start around a campfire in a wood somewhere, and some kid says, "Can you tell me the story of Zol?" or something like that. This, I'm going to go with 500 years in the future, and someone found like a journal that was written 500 years ago by someone who was taken. So this is Taken by Shady Vale. I remember the first time I was killed. I was leading a routine patrol. It was a warm summer day. The smell of the fresh cut grass was pleasing. It was the day where seemingly nothing could go wrong. But then, I heard the echo of the shot much too late. On my left, the first of us fell. Before I could take cover or even move, I was struck. We never saw the man of the machine. The coward was hidden and at a great distance. We did not have a chance. Moments later, I found myself awake. I was in great pain and very much disoriented. After some time, I realized I was a mere shadow of myself. A once proud captain of the Elixni, I was now just a ghost. Apparently, some ungodly monster had taken my soul and brought me back to life against my will. That was horrific enough, but I did not realize the worst was yet to come. I later learned I was now a soldier of a different army, an army of beings that were present and not, all at the same time. And then it happened. I was spawned into an area very much in the real world. I was appalled to hear that combat was a certainty. Exposed and outgunned, I was killed yet again, only to be awoken time after time, repeatedly taken over and over again in a never-ending cycle of violence. One would think that you'd become accustomed to the sensation of being killed after hundreds of times, but one does not. The pain is very real, and it's gruesome. I am not sure what I have done to deserve such a fate, but it is mine for all eternity. I would continue, but it is once again time for me to be sent back into a battle that I do not know why we are fighting. This terrifying ordeal is nothing but horrendous, but for some unknown reason, this is my destiny. Okay, that's my fourth short story. If this gets 100 views, I'll write a fifth one, I guess. I'm not sure about what. But before I wrap this up, I just want to do a couple of shameless plugs. I am a host of a podcast. It is called Four Guardians and a Guest. We do it Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. I have three friends of mine, BC, VA, and Selena. We all get together, have a good time with a guest, and we're getting about 200 views, and we have a sponsor. Our sponsor is Anchor. If you go to anchor.fm, upload your podcast to them. You can get on Spotify, you can get on Apple Podcasts, you can get on Google Podcasts, and they spread it around free of charge, and it's actually, there's a revenue stream involved. We're actually making money doing the podcast, and just so you know, every proceeds from now until ever on the podcast goes to a charity. It's St. Jude's Hospital for Children. But if you watch this, I appreciate it. A comment, a like would be appreciated. Subscribe if you feel like it. If not, I hope you like my story, and I'll just keep turning them out.